Imagine moving to a new city, a place in which you have no friends, no family, no connection. How do you find peace and construct a home for yourself? For me, and perhaps for a lot of people, food and cooking is my coping mechanism. Moving from Vietnam to Vancouver in 2016, I've been plucked away from home into a city of an entirely different continent. While this experience has helped me grow a lot, it came with a lot of struggles. I was constantly hungry. The cultural difference hit me in my stomach. Unlike Ho Chi Minh City, my hometown, with all the food stalls always within walking distance and reasonably priced, Vancouver was very different. The city hides its culinary jewels behind a cloak of perpetual rainfall. And even when you figure out your favorite cheap pho place on Kingsway, the hefty price tag always leaves the meal a bit less fulfilling. The pressure of keeping up with school and living on a budget was looming in my head. I'm sure we're all familiar with juggling different things in our lives, from working long hours to making deadlines to cleaning. If you haven't noticed by now, we are all in desperate need of a break. So why not use cooking itself as a break? Here is why I embarked on an ambitious task for any newbie adult: a meal plan. Okay, I get it. How can cooking be resting when it can actually be so daunting, especially when you've just left your office after a long day at work? But by looking at cooking not just as a survival skill, but also as a chance to wind down and get away from your stressors, cooking, in a way, can be resting. And while the ingredients and dishes may vary, what remains constant in my meal plan is the routine of mindfulness that I commit to doing. And thus, I embarked on mindful cooking. In order to complete this meal plan, aside from groceries, we need one core ingredient: mindfulness. First of all, mindfulness of food. Setting aside half an hour every Sunday with my planner, I reflect on the food I've had in the past week and the food I want to have in the upcoming one. While doing this, it's important to remember and reflect on the memories associated with the food I've had. This could be my frowning face after a big cup of bubble tea while ignoring being lactose intolerant, or the guilty pleasure of having instant noodles late at night. Whatever I had the past week, I make sure to remember it, to reflect on it, to understand what makes me feel good and what I want to eat. Secondly, mindfulness of my surroundings. A trip to the grocery store can be relaxing. I'd like to call this window shopping, but with groceries. Taking a walk along the aisles of the local grocery store, I enjoy smelling the freshly watered coriander, tapping on the glass jar of jam, or listening to the crunch of the baguette. Noticing the little things that usually get overlooked, I slow down and find myself encapsulated in this little world full of possibilities. There are so many things I can fill my stomach with. Last but not least, mindfulness of myself. While the other two activities seem easy enough, this next one is more challenging: cooking every day. Surely, making food can take a lot of time, but you can also start simple. Moreover, home cooking comes with benefits beyond nutritional and financial needs. It's an opportunity to turn off your devices and be with yourself. Because cooking can be exhausting, I adapt my menu to my schedule. On days that I just want to throw myself into bed after I get back, I eat something simpler that takes less time to make. On days that I find myself skipping home from school or work, I eat something fancier as a treat for myself. I've learned not to push myself to the point of exhaustion, but to really listen to my mood and my current energy and what I need. Food is a blessing. It should not be another source of stress. Doing all of these activities has helped me build a routine of mindfulness for myself. As I cook, I bring my best into the dishes that I'm making. Going through life, we all have a lot of pent up feelings that can be slowly unpacked through these activities. I let go of the assignment that I've been stuck on at school in these small snippets of time that I've allowed myself. I let go of the frustration from whatever that had happened at work or even at myself for not being more productive. To me, meal planning is how I get away from stress and from toxic productivity. In this kitchen, there is just me and what will nourish me and prepare me for another exhausting day out there. As I breathe in, the smell of garlic seeps into my mind, reminding me of the wonderful food I will soon be having.